It's Gorman in the Morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning on Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It is a Wednesday. It's the first Wednesday on planet Earth without Ozzy Osbourne. Let's discuss. Paul Fletcher, give me some headlines.
Ozzy has died at the age of 76. He was a rare public figure who had 4 distinct careers: fronting Black Sabbath, leading his own band, pioneering rock festivals, and starring in a reality TV series. His death comes less than 2 weeks after his farewell show in the UK. Many are sharing their love for Ozzy. I thought I would pass along some of those. Geezer Butler said, "Goodbye, dear friend. Thanks for all those years. We had some great fun. 4 kids from Assen. Who would have thought, eh?" It's impossible to put into words what Ozzy Osbourne has meant to Metallica. Hero, icon, pioneer, inspiration, mentor, and most of all, friend. And Ronnie Wood added, "I'm so very sad to hear of the death of Ozzy Osbourne. What a lovely goodbye concert he had at Back to the Beginning in Birmingham." Also, I just saw on Instagram, Dave Matthews covered Changes last night. If that doesn't show the breadth of his reach and his impact, I don't know what does.
As did Coldplay. They also covered Changes last night.
Wow.
Your boy Mike McCready from Pearl Jam. So sad to hear Ozzy died today. When I was in high school and discovered Sabbath, War Pigs was terrifying and mesmerizing at the same time. It was Ozzy's voice that took me to a dark universe, a great escape. That's exactly what it was. Ozzy's voice is an instrument, if you will. Normally, when someone says my voice is an instrument, I want to slap them, but you can say it about someone else. For sure, Ozzy was a singer unlike anybody before or since, a performer for certain. Brian May said he was a willowy singer wailing in a way that made the kids' parents despair. You know, in a way, but that's because their kids were like, it was a siren caller. It was like the Pied Piper. Like, why are these kids from all over the world following that guy, that bizarre, unlikely voice? And it was pain and vulnerability and insecurity and all the things Ozzy wore on his sleeve as an adult going back through a tough childhood. Nothing's going to resonate with teenagers more than that.
Right. Here's Jack Black inducting Ozzy into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on that.
Plumber, car horn tuner, slaughterhouse worker, the greatest front man in the history of rock and roll, Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy, stop creating incredibly successful genre-defining, world-changing hits. It's too much success for one lifetime.
Too much success for one lifetime.
Yeah.
Just nailed it. And we all know that smile and those eyes just popping out of his head.
The fourth of 6 kids in a what would be at best described as a working class family in a tough part of the world at a very tough time. Yeah. The post-war Brits, obviously, that launched all these rock bands, you know, the first generation Beatles, Stones, Kinks, The Who, right behind them, you know, and I mean like 4 and 5 years later, not 10 years later, was the next wave. And Ozzy was born in 1948. This is a kid we cannot imagine what life in post-war Britain, what it must have been like, other than it really, truly was a black and white existence. There wasn't no color in those kids' lives. It was a very, very tough thing. And boy, to come out of that and suddenly say, well, I guess I'm just going to sing with this weird voice of mine and to have it work and resonate. Never forgot where he is from. Always moving forward. Ozzy, man, what a life.
100%. Couldn't agree more. That, I think, it kind of sums up maybe his childhood and or that existence in that time. The heavy music against his voice and the vulnerable lyrics just... Yeah, anyway. All right. Very good. Prince, his 1987 concert film, Sign of the Times, is going to be released to IMAX for the first time. August 28th through the 31st. It will have a 1-week run in IMAX theaters, and tickets are on sale now. The movie, co-directed by Prince, has been enhanced with IMAX's precision surround sound audio, customized theater geometry, and crystal clear images. You can see it. You'll be able to see it at AMC's Roseville, Eden Prairie, and Southdale locations. Or if you want to, drive to Rochester, you can mix in a road trip as well. But again, August 28th through the 31st, Sign of the Times.
I will happily go check that out.
A guy in Massachusetts named Paul Corcoran won a $1 million Powerball prize last week.
Nice.
You're like, oh,
Good for him.
people win the lottery. That's cool, right?
So he matched 5, but not the Powerball if it's $1 million.
Yeah,
okay.
$1 million. He did it twice in the same drawing.
What?
How does that work?
He mistakenly thought the final drawing on his ticket had already occurred, so he bought another ticket with the same numbers for that drawing, thus doubling his winning. So he won $2 million.
Okay, so he goes with his own numbers, as opposed to quick pick Stevie over here.
Yeah.
And he bought a ticket, like he probably uses the same numbers every time.
He bought it for 7 different entries.
Thought it already happened, used the same numbers, and it happened to hit twice. That's fantastic. I've often thought of that. I've had this thought. What if somehow you got tipped off to what the numbers were going to be? And
Did you buy multiple tickets?
And you would just tell all your friends, hey, man, put these 5. I don't know the Powerball, but I got the first 5. Use these. Well, what a thing. And then, of course, they'd find out and they'd catch you, and then you wouldn't win the money.
Yeah. And you'd probably go to jail for some kind of...
31 people matched the $1 million hit, and they all know each other. Wait a minute.
And they all live within a 7-block radius.
Apparently so.
Kind of a crazy moment yesterday afternoon locally as well. Care 11 evacuated employees from their Golden Valley studio after a transformer caught fire. Here's Care 11's Janice Shortle updating the situation as it happened. And if you listen, you can hear the popping, cracking in the background.
Hey, Janice Shortle here from the Care 11 television station studios in Golden Valley. There's been a fire. There's been explosions here. We are all okay. Most important part, nobody is hurt here. But about 1:30, the power went out and we started to hear explosions and smell smoke. We all got outside, could see at the back of our building explosions going off. It was what looked like a transformer.
Yeah, it was, I watched it on Instagram kind of as it was happening. I'm like...
What was that whistle? It was like a Kool in the Gang song all of a sudden.
That was they went in...
I think that was a smoke alarm.
I'm kidding. Yeah. I'm kidding.
But yeah, have you guys ever gone through a situation like that at any of your jobs?
We've had a board explode here.
Sure, we did.
Really?
Not ours personally, but there was a board that lit on fire, had to be cut down for the day. Yeah, so apparently I was glad to see this because I'm like, it's just us. They never update our equipment, but apparently it's everybody. It's everywhere.
I mean, if you've ever driven past the Care 11 studios, I feel like a lot of people in the Twin Cities have. On the back side of it, you've got all these satellite dishes and whatnot. It looked like there were fireworks going off in the back behind it. It was crazy.
I went straight to who did they piss off? But that's just me. That's Conspiracy Steve.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone have signed a groundbreaking 5-year deal with Paramount for the global streaming rights to South Park, valued at $300 million per year, totaling $1.5 billion. That's a pretty good payday, I guess. The new agreement will bring regular South Park episodes to Paramount Plus in the U.S. for the first time, marking a strategic shift for the long-running animated series. Parker and Stone are also renegotiating an overall deal with Paramount to continue producing new episodes for Comedy Central beyond their current agreement, which runs through 2027. I know a lot of South Park fans are sitting there going, get that deal done. I need my new episodes.
Do you guys remember the first time you ever watched South Park? Because I do.
I do. Yeah.
And I stared at the TV in absolute disbelief. I thought it was the funniest, at that time, I couldn't believe somebody okayed that show. Yeah. I just remember and we were all, this is like 97, 98.
Sounds right.
And a group of us just going, I don't even know what to say about this show. It was so completely unlike anything I'd ever seen.
It was all me and my buddies talked about.
Yeah.
Now I have to say, I never got hard into the show. I did. Yeah. I'm not a religious, but you did. You were you kind of were in awe of the content and where they were going with the show.
Absolutely shocking.
Catman.
Let's talk sports quickly. The Lynx destroyed Chicago last night at the Target Center, 91-68. Caleb McBride and Afishi Collier both had 19 points. Here's the cool thing. All the starters finished in double figures, and every member of the team scored.
Nice.
The Lynx are kind of serving notice that we are solid top to bottom. They're 21-4 right now. So go ahead and start making those playoff plans. It's going to be a minute while they're in the postseason. The Minnesota Twins are the worst hitting team in baseball with the bases loaded this season.
That's not good. That's not a good way to win.
But it's funny because they had the bases loaded a few times last night. They drew a walk. They hit into a ground out where the fielder had no choice but to take out first base. There was a high chopper off the plate that only went 40 feet. Basically, they scored a bunch of runs in the weirdest way possible as they somehow beat the Dodgers 10-7. It's the most runs the Twins have ever scored against the Dodgers, 10 runs.
That's good.
Only their third victory at Dodger Stadium in 16 tries,
Wow.
and that includes the 1965 World Series. The Dodgers won in 7 over the Twins. And by the way, Game 7 was at Metropolitan Stadium. Those bastards came to town and took the title from us. So, hey, a win is a win is a win is a win. That's always a good thing. I want to give a quick shout out to Sunfish Lake.
Nice little area.
Sunfish Lake. And I mean, the lake's nice, but, if you're right nearby there, you know what to do with that information.
Yeah.
Even if you're not. Sunfish Lake, glad to have you.
Just do it. Don't think. Just do it.
Don't think, do it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That reminds me, I was at a bar once. I was the doorman, and I let a man come in. He was a regular there. This is many, many years ago, and he was without sight. He was a blind man, and he came in, and everybody, it was my first time I met him, and someone said, oh, this is so-and-so. He's here all the time.
Okay.
Good to see you, man. We're chatting. And then probably 20 minutes later, he had already had like 4 shots of Jack, and he was just hammered. And that was what he did.
That was quick.
And I walked in to hear, oh, he's going off again, and he was standing on a stool. He was standing on a stool.
Yeah.
And he screamed to the room, if it feels good, do it. If it smells good, eat it. And I've never forgotten that for as long as I've lived. Words to live by.
Put that one on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Speaking of if it feels good, do it. Ozzy Osbourne left this mortal realm yesterday.
Yeah.
And he said, he did say once years ago, he goes, I know what my obituary will say. It'll say Ozzy Osbourne died, whatever the date is. He bit off the head of a bat once. Yeah. The New York Times finished their obit with that line yesterday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
This is now day 2 of A World Without Ozzy Osbourne, and we will be discussing this throughout the show, as you may imagine. On the KQRS Facebook page, we've got some stories. Any Ozzy stories you have you want to share, you can call or text 651-989-ROCK, and no shortage of texts coming in. Christine, our buddy, texted in already. Makes me a proud mom. My daughter's 14, heard Ozzy passed. She was a flat-out crying teenager over it while listening to Iron Man, proof that he and his music will stand the test of time.
Wow.
There you go.
And then she mentioned, of course, Ozzy and Black Sabbath T-shirts doubled in price on Amazon within an hour of the news.
That's just great.
Come on,
Thanks, Jeff Bezos.
That's
Way to go.
Jeez.
That's obnoxious at best.
Ridiculous. What are you going to do?
Yes.
There are some other. Wait, hold on. I saw another one that was pretty good. As we're thinking about Ozzy, everybody's got their favorite Ozzy story, if you will. Things that come to mind. This one from Joe. I just like this. 1986, Monsters of Rock in Germany.
Okay.
I got in so much trouble as I was supposed to be somewhere else, but well worth the trouble. That's a good rock and roll story. I don't need to know the details.
That is rock and roll right there.
I don't need to know. You were supposed to be somewhere else. Ozzy beckoned you over there.
Yeah.
And most of the time when you hear about people saying Monsters of Rock Europe, they were serving in the military. A lot of guys over there in the Army, they bust out, go see the gig. Here's a text. I was fortunate enough to meet not only Ozzy, but the whole Osbourne clan in 1998. I was 16, and it was peak Sabbath Ozzy fandom for me. There was no musical context, just a chance encounter at the airport in Madrid, Spain.
Those are the best kind.
Ozzy was kind enough to take pictures with my friends and I, even though he was a bit frazzled, as he had seemingly lost his passport.
Oh, no.
Oh,
wow.
Why is anyone giving Ozzy control of his own passport? Any
that's a
tour
sharing
manager
decision.
worth their salt collects them right away.
Yeah.
Fast forward a couple weeks, I'm back home at a family event talking about all the things I saw in Europe, and my sweet aunt, with full enthusiasm, said, and I heard you met Donny Osmond.
No.
Which, by the way, a few years later, that wasn't as bizarre a thing as you might think. If you remember, Donny Osmond and Marie Osmond and Ozzy made a TV commercial back in like 2003. Anyone for Diet Pepsi?
Yeah.
And in fact, yesterday, Donny Osmond shared online, remembering my brother in music, Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, yeah.
I've always looked back on that commercial we shot so fondly. The last time we spoke was backstage of Dancing with the Stars Season 9, when he told me how much he loved the Osmond song, Crazy Horses. Talk about crazy.
That is crazy.
Come on, from Crazy Horses to Crazy Trains, rest in peace. When Donny Osmond's giving you the shout out, you've reached 100% seal of approval across the board.
For sure. We'll dive into that Pepsi commercial and a couple of other good Ozzy ones later on this morning.
No shortage of that. 651-989-ROCK or the KQRS Facebook page. Let us know what your Ozzy stories are, man. He's an icon like no other for sure. Ozzy Osbourne was on David Letterman many times over the years, but in the early days, Letterman days, NBC, early 80s days, This is shortly after Randy Rhoads died in a freak plane accident, if you will. He went on Letterman, and Dave was asking him about something that happened around that same time, which is, of course, the very famous, oh, did you hear the one about Ozzy biting the head off the bat? Here's Dave and Ozzy.
Sheer accident, actually, because I got a lot of...
Well, wait a minute. Before you start explaining it, let's tell them what you did. Bit the head off a bat. There, I said it.
It wasn't Batman. It was like a bat, a real bat. You know. Somebody threw a bat on stage, and I thought it was one of these toy bats. So I picked it up, bite the thing's head off, and suddenly everybody's freaking out because it's a real bat. Because, like, yeah, but I can assure you the rabies shots that I went through afterwards aren't fun.
No, they're painful, I understand.
Very painful.
Now, did you know immediately, not having bitten into...
Well, I've eaten some pretty rough chicken on the road, you know.
Just everybody's posting all these hilarious things, and I heard a lot of people telling hilarious things Ozzy just said straight off the cuff.
Yeah.
Prime example.
What this I haven't heard that in so long, but what that reminded me of, it came out during the Osbourne's show, was one of Ozzy's quirks was he would love to reiterate things that you obviously knew weren't, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't Batman, it was a bat. Like, well, yeah, we knew that, Ozzy. But he would do, like, that's something he did all through the Osbourne show. It was so great.
I was texting with my buddy Bill Burr yesterday. Pretty funny fella on his own, who's a giant Black Sabbath / Ozzy fan.
Okay.
And he said, I loved his sense of humor. He was funnier than most comedians I've ever met. So effortlessly hilarious and such original references. That's exactly what it is. Like, a guy that you never know what's going to come out of his mouth, but more often than not, if nothing else, it's at least funny. Ozzy, I think Ozzy sang, he sang about very dark things, always looking for the light. That was the point. It's like, man, I'm over here, but man, I'd love to get over there. So let me sing about it, and along the way, I'm just going to be hilarious as well. What a completely crazed life well lived. Hey, we do have other things to discuss today, but along the way, if you have a comment, a text, or a call, anything about Ozzy Osbourne, we'll welcome that today. 651-989-ROCK. Sharon Osbourne, her father was a legendary music manager, so she was kind of born into the business, into the industry, if you will. But she, of course, has eclipsed her dad in terms of famous rock managers of all time. I mean, my God. Sharon talking many years ago about her first encounter with the band Black Sabbath and, of course, Ozzy.
Love at first sight?
No, not at all. I was like, oh, Lord, look at them. And they were all odd and hairy. And
Well, given that first impression, how in the world did anything ever develop?
I went to see their show that night with my father. They performed at this club in London, and I was so in awe of what I was seeing, and how electric it was, and how different. I was like blown away. I was like, whoa.
What is it that kept you so attached to him?
He was so funny and quick-witted, and yet very vulnerable. And I just thought he was the funniest, sweetest guy I'd ever met.
And just here's a quick example of Ozzy being funny as hell.
Bubbles! Oh, come on, Sharon. I'm Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness. Evil, evil. I gotta borrow the bubbles.
Sharon wanted some bubbles to come out of the stage at the end of an Ozzy show, and he was not having it.
I'm the Prince of Darkness.
Yes.
So yesterday when I heard about this, my girls don't know much. They're 12 and 9. They don't know much of Ozzy, so we did a quick crash course. We watched a couple Black Sabbath videos and an Ozzy video, and then I showed them an episode of the Osbournes.
Oh, nice.
And here's the thing. They're on YouTube now, and they're not bleeped.
Yeah.
It's just not as good. The bleeps make it so much better because it's just like bleep. Word, bleep, bleep, word,
funny.
bleep. Yeah, I was amazed at how much different it was actually hearing the curse words.
It's Gorman in the Morning with Fletcher and Ryder, 92 KQRS.
Does anybody remember any of your dreams? Ryder, anything?
No. I got zip for you.
Come on, Fletcher. What'd you do? What'd you have?
I was in a fight And I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember who with. It wasn't super ugly, but I was in a little bit of a scuffle.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't
throwing hands.
I don't know who I was fighting.
Were there
with.
ice skates involved? Maybe a puck?
No,
on the street.
No,
I like it.
Generally, it was on the streets for sure.
All right.
Probably in an alley. When I'm on the ice, I'm generally scoring goals.
Oh, wow. Fair enough.
In your dreams?
Yes.
I had a dream. I was in a car, with a buddy of mine who is he's a TV writer. No one you've heard of, but that's just what he does. And I said, in this dream, hey, dude, how's the show going? And his response was, remind me never to work with Brooke Shields again.
Wow. Shots fired.
And as far as I know, he's never in real life worked with her. But anyway, that's the things that go through my...
He's never going to the Blue Lagoon.
No, my unfiltered subconscious is a real mess, let me tell you clearly. And so there's a new gadget out there called the Dream Recorder, and it's just as horrifying as it sounds.
Okay.
This is a Dutch company, a bunch of tech dudes in white coats in Amsterdam have come up with this thing. The Dream Recorder turns your dreams into videos. Now, hang on.
A cap or something?
It's not connected to your brain. It's not. Now, Japanese scientists in 2023, they use scans during REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep, to reconstruct dream visuals and came up with something that was like 60 to 70% accurate. They were reading your brain scans as you slept and coming up with images that matched the person. The person would wake up and then go, yeah, I was dreaming about that thing happening. This is not that. This is a little simpler, but still kind of freaky. It's a gadget the size of an alarm clock. Okay. And here's how it works. You basically wake up and you talk. You describe your dreams to this gadget, which hears your voice, takes it all in, and then puts up a very low-res, low-tech video of that dream. So if you say, I was dreaming I was outside of a stone castle, it'll show you a stone castle.
Okay.
Probably doesn't look just like the one in your dream, but it's a way for you to remember your dreams, and it can hold up to a week's worth, and then it'll just be a little video, and you can go back and click it and go, what was that dream from Tuesday night? Oh, yeah, I dreamt Fletcher was kicking some guy's ass on a street corner, and then I can watch it.
Yeah.
See?
Okay. And you probably can, knowing this day and age, you probably can upload it to your Instagram.
I would imagine that's probably true. Mm-hmm. They say it's meant to, quote, it's for reflecting on the meanings of your dreams as they echo into waking life.
What's interesting?
I'm just picturing like 8-bit video or something like that. If my dream is only going to look accurate if I'm dreaming that I'm Miss Pac-Man.
Here.
Okay.
That's all I can think.
Here's the duality of my experience. I remember dreams very, very, very vividly, and I really don't want to.
Okay.
Because more often than not, I'm left going, man, what is wrong with me? What is happening? Why am I dreaming that?
Might be kind of fun if you could turn your dreams, as vivid as they are, into like a Picasso or something like that. A Picasso interpretation.
It's not that far off right now, man. I mean, I'd go more Dali. I got melting clocks and crap like that.
Okay.
But yeah, sure.
All right.
Or just simply put them all under the banner of The Scream, because that's how I feel when I look back. If you want to compare fine art to my dreams, go for it. What do you make of this? Would you go for this? Would you consider that interesting? Would you like to see, if you could, videos of your dreams? 651-989-ROCK.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. All right, we're ready to play a little game we call Beat the Jock. We got Rock the Boat 80s tickets on the table right now.
Okay.
Jamie in Champlin is up first. Jamie, good morning.
Good morning.
Jamie, do you want to compete against myself or Paul Fletcher?
Yourself.
All right.
Ooh. All
right.
Then there it is. All right.
You're playing.
I'm removing the headphones.
Okay.
Ryder and Paul, take it away.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, Jamie, you're going to have 20 seconds to name as many past or present reality TV shows as you can. All right, Jamie. Ready?
Good luck, Jamie.
Set. Go.
Real World. I don't know any of these.
Reality. There was a big one with a guy who just died.
The Osbourne. Let's see.
4 seconds.
I give up.
No. All right, Steve, get the headphones back on.
All right, Steve. Yep, he's got them on.
I'm back.
Jamie kind of struggled out of the gates, and then in the middle sort of struggled, and then at the end sort of struggled, and then ultimately just gave up, and he got 2.
2, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is our subject?
The category is past or present reality TV shows.
Okay.
You got 20 seconds.
All right.
Ready, set, go.
The Osbournes.
Yes.
The Real World. America's Next Top Model. Project Runway. Big Brother. The Top Chef. Naked and Afraid. Shark Tank. Survivor. RuPaul Drag Race.
Ooh.
2 seconds.
A lot of fashion shows in there from Steve. You notice that?
Hey, man.
A lot of competition shows, too.
Project Runway was that. I love that when that first hit.
I got 10.
Is Project Runway, was that Tyra Banks or something?
It was Heidi Klum.
It was Heidi Klum.
In fashion,
okay.
you are either in or you are out.
Oh, that's why you like it, because of the goofy accent.
Man, it's fantastic.
What was it? Just a freaking boat race. What was the total?
10 was what I came up with.
Sorry about that, Jamie. I just got on a tear there. I didn't even think to say The Real World. Wow, the one that started it all off.
Yeah.
All right, we got Jerry in Rockford is up next. Jerry, good morning.
Hey, Jerry, you're up.
Yes, hello.
All right, Jerry, can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I got you.
All right,
headphones
you are
off.
going to compete against Mr. Paul Fletcher right now. Ryder, what is Jerry's task?
Okay, Jerry, you've got 20 seconds to name as many famous nicknames for musicians as you can. We'll take any genre. It's famous nicknames for musicians. Are you ready?
20 seconds to name any nickname. Is that what we're saying?
Nicknames for famous musicians.
Right on.
Okay, ready, set, go.
Bucky, the Lizard Man, Van the Man, the Bard, Prince of Darkness,
8 seconds.
the Piano Man.
3 seconds. Okay.
All right.
Some of those I don't know if I recognize.
I wasn't sure, but I got 6 is what I counted.
That's what I got as well.
Yeah. All right. 6. It's a tough one.
Okay, Jamie, hang on. We'll get Paul Fletcher back.
All right, I got the headphones back on. What are we at? 6?
6.
6 is the number.
Nicknames for famous musicians, any genre.
Any genre.
Yeah.
Any genre.
Okay.
Okay, ready, set, go.
Prince of Darkness, The Boss, The Purple One, Godfather of Grunge, America's Sweetheart, Man in Black, The King of Pop, King of Rock and Roll, Queen of Soul, Piano Man.
After the buzzer, I got 9.
I got 9 too.
Jeez, man.
Wow.
I tell you what,
you guys are killing it
we're
today.
coming around today on Beat the Jock.
We've been getting our asses kicked for weeks.
Yeah.
It's about time that the pendulum swung the other way a little bit.
All right, fair enough. Are we going to do one more, Ryder, or what are we at?
Yeah,
where are we at here?
We'll check in with Lisa from Ham Lake.
All right,
Hey there,
Lisa from Ham Lake. Good morning, Lisa.
Hello.
All right, you get to choose. You want to play against me or Paul Fletcher?
And you got to kill that radio.
I'll go against you. How about that?
Going against me.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, Ryder, take it away.
All right,
Turn down your radio.
Yeah, Lisa, the category is jobs that suck in the heat. You have 20 seconds. Ready, set, go.
Oh my God, delivery service, roofer, mail carrier, construction worker, gravedigger, a farm worker, landscaper, how about a physical instructor, warehouse,
5 seconds.
heat trainer, or, oh my God, boiler room, a kitchen chef.
You're good, Lisa.
Attic work.
All right.
Lisa.
All right, we're
Lisa.
going to put Lisa on hold a sec.
Beep, 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 beep. Holy buckets. I came up with 10. What's a heat trainer?
I wasn't sure what a heat trainer is.
Want to give that to her?
1, 2, 3, 4. Sure.
Okay.
10.
So he's got 10 if we give her heat trainer.
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
Steve, the headphones back?
My headphones are on.
You can't
You can't use the heat
Can't
trainer.
use
It's not
use
yours.
heat trainer.
Okay, I would never think to say heat trainer. What are we doing?
Category is jobs that suck in the heat. You've got 20 seconds. Ready, set, go.
All of them.
Shit.
Okay.
No, construction, landscaping, delivering the mail. Shout out, Jim. Picking fruit, agricultural workers.
Okay. 6 seconds.
Steelworkers.
Yes.
Firefighting.
Yeah.
Heat trainer.
After the buzzer. It doesn't count.
Damn.
No, Lisa's winning this one.
Oh,
Can we get...
come on.
Hey, Lisa, you want some boat cruise tickets?
All right. I don't know why I said a heat trainer.
Hey, Lisa, what the hell's a heat trainer? Can you explain me?
I was going to say a dog walker. I don't.
Heat trainer.
I just woke up.
Fair enough. You'll be awake by the time the boat cruise starts, right?
Rolls out of bed and kicks my ass. All right, fair enough, Lisa. Good job.
Wow, good work.
We're getting a lot of messages, a lot of love for Ozzy Osbourne today. Any stories you have from gigs, maybe you bumped into him somewhere, let us know. Here's a text from Tony. This is pretty great. When my son was 14, this is a text from a listener, Tony. When my son was 14, he was grounded the last month of his summer that year because I caught him drinking whiskey and smoking pot. I did all that too, so the kid couldn't fool me. But the worst part was I heard him talking on his phone about, quote, dealing drugs.
Ooh.
So he was grounded. Bored one evening, he joined his mom and I to watch something on TV after dinner. We watched The Osbournes. At one episode, Jack got caught doing the same thing as my son. When Ozzy and Sharon talked to Jack, he got all defensive about it, saying he wasn't a drug addict. Ozzy said, well, when I first started, I wasn't a drug addict either. It happened over time. My son, seeing how rough Ozzy was, never did another drug for the rest of his life. He's an electrical engineer now.
Wow.
So Ozzy scared my son sober. I'm grateful to him for that.
There you go.
Is absolutely astounding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just reaching places you never thought Ozzy would make it to. You know, keeping somebody sober.
It's
freaking power music,
very,
man.
very true. Tony went on to say, thank you, Ozzy. Millions upon millions of others took his story to heart, saved themselves from a lifetime of battling addiction. A brave, humble thing he did. Ozzy was always scared to death and brave about it. You know what I mean? Like, he went through life with wearing all those insecurities and fears and vulnerabilities on his sleeve, and he leaned into it anyway. So for that alone, the guy deserves, you know, all the praise. And then, and then he made all those records and played all those shows and was just awesome as well. On our KQRS Facebook page, Daniel wrote, when I was 16 or 17, I went to see Ozzy during his Black Sabbath End tour back in 2016. I was absolutely amazed and loved the performance. Once the show ended and everyone was leaving, my aunt and I were just yelling out, this could be Ozzy's last show. Let him know we want more.
Yes.
We yelled so loud, we actually saw Ozzy poke his head up from behind the curtain, look up at us with a smile, and he just gave us the rock and roll sign as he went backstage.
Yeah, horns up.
That.
He saw that we tried to get an encore, and he respected it. Hell yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. That's so great.
I can just picture the grin and the eyeballs popping out right now. Yeah.
It's funny because that's exactly what I was doing too. You can absolutely see that happening right there.
Totally.
Ozzy gone at 76, but of course here forever. Maybe like our dreams. Let's think about it. Okay. Do you remember your dreams when you wake up? I do, and then I do my best to forget them pretty quickly thereafter. But sometimes they're really, really, really vivid. There is a new gadget. It's called a dream recorder, and some Dutch scientists have unleashed this on the planet. Here's how it works. Basically, set it next to your bed. It's about the size of a good old-fashioned alarm clock. There's a screen on the front, and when you wake up, you explain, you talk. It's AI. There's an AI component to this, but you explain what your dream was. You just describe the dream you just woke up from. This machine will then produce a colorful, low-definition clip, a video clip of your dream.
Okay, so not actually reading my mind.
No.
Like there is some buffer in there.
No, you have to explain what happened.
I'm happy about that.
Just get ChatGPT for crying out loud.
You explain what happened, and then it kicks back a video to you that looks, and we can see a little clip. It looks like kind of like an acid trip, you could say, more than real life.
Okay.
It's a little
abstract art, kind
of, a little blurry around the edges. You could go ahead and throw out the word surreal. I know we're all dying to say it.
Is it like those Super 8 movies?
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
You can kind of see the trails going around and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an odd thing to mess with people's subconscious. That's all I would say.
Yeah.
That's a Pandora's box, man. I don't want to look at now. If you dream about, say, I was on a bicycle in my dream, the video it's going to show you, it's not going to look like the bicycle you saw. Most likely, it'll be a bicycle.
Good point.
But then you could have your dream altered to where you're remembering what you're seeing as opposed to remembering what you actually saw in your dream.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Good point. That's a really good point.
Is this something that you would be at all interested in having in your life? 651-989-ROCK. I don't want to know. I just want to move on from my dreams. Even the ones where I'm being incredibly heroic and tall and handsome. Ready to move on always.
And I realize this is creepy, and I don't know if I haven't fully thought this out. Mm-hmm. But if it's actually attached to my head and it's recording what is happening in my brain,
sure,
that I'd be interested in. I don't want to get up and have to type here's what I dreamt about, and then have it interpret some different version of what I saw.
All right, well, so we're going to cancel the order. You're not going to get it.
Correct.
Ryder and I will let you know how it goes.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Talking about this crazy dream recorder. We've got Jen on the horn right now. Jen, good morning. Is this something that you would be interested in? Is this something, what are your thoughts on this dream recorder?
Not for myself, for my husband.
Okay.
When dogs are dreaming and you can know they're thinking of running or doing whatever.
Right.
He's kind of like that in his, I don't know what he's thinking of. What's going on?
So he's running like a dog in his sleep?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, does he ever have a story? Does he remember what's going on in his dreams?
He doesn't remember. And I dream in Technicolor, so I remember a lot of my dreams, but it's a curious idea. I think the brainwave thing work better, though.
Right.
Because then you get a real idea of what
kind of
your
crazy
head's
stuff.
Doing.
Yeah.
So this is fascinating because he's obviously very busy, but doesn't remember them. This is why we need it to be neurologically connected.
Something good. I don't know.
Right on. All right.
Well, Jen, chip embedded in his head.
A cigarette after that dream. I don't know.
Yes.
I still have those dreams where I need a smoke after. Trust me on that. Jen, thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, you too.
All right, fair enough. All right, so Jen's husband, he's like, why did you tell anybody? I don't want people to know I run like a dog in my sleep. Oh, come on. I just had a memory I hadn't thought of in forever, which was, I'm going to say it was 1992. At the time, still very much just in my own head, in my own band. We were very, very busy. And there was a time when U2 was playing in Atlanta where we lived, and we were like, hey, let's go see U2. Sure. And so half of the band was like, yeah, let's go. And then the other three of us were like, oh, we'll go see that. And then the other three went to go see Ozzy on the same night. And I remember going like, Ozzy? What are you going to do that for? It's U2. Let's go see U2. And long story short, they had way more fun than we did. Because, you know, and we were to play, you know, we went back, hang backstage, good to see you, how's it going? And it's one thing to go in 1992 and hang out with U2, it was cool.
Sure.
It wasn't that fun. The Ozzy guys were like, oh my God, we had the best time ever. And I remember the next day going like, man, I really miscalculated that one.
You might want to put a U2 record on the turntable, but you want to be at the Ozzy show. You want to see the blood guts the pig guts being thrown into the audience and all the fireworks and all the craziness.
That's exactly what you want to do. You know, you said Ozzy had like there was four careers. There was Black Sabbath, there was solo, there was music festival guy, and then there was reality TV star. It's really five. A pitchman, one of the great commercial men of all time too, the last 25 years.
Yeah, and everyone's always delighted to see him. Here he is with the kids.
Stupid bloody bag. No, I'm just
But we really want to show you something.
What is it then? What is it?
These aren't Pepsis. They're Pepsi Twists.
You're a bunch of bloody magicians.
We're not the Osbournes.
You're not?
We're the Osmonds.
I'm a little bit country.
I'm a little bit rock and roll.
I dreamt the kids turned into the Osmonds.
Oh, there, dear.
Like twists, Pepsi Twist and Diet Pepsi Twist.
And that twist you can't see is it's Florence Henderson in bed with him instead of Sharon.
Donnie and Marie come out of the skin suits, and then he wakes up, screams for Sharon, and it's Carol Brady.
Yes.
I mean, and like you said, everyone lights up. Every time you would see a TV commercial with Ozzy, you would immediately go like, oh, wait, hang on, turn it up. You have to see it. You're like, what's he doing now? We all look back on concerts we've seen, fond memories, even like the worst times in real time. You look back and there's always a funny story. There's a laugh or two.
Yeah.
And a lot of our listeners are writing on Facebook and texting in Ozzy Osbourne memories. Kind of tough to beat this one from Kurt. 1983 US Festival. Okay, let's just pause right there. The US Festival in 1983. Holy crap. The biggest thing ever.
Really?
Do you recall who was on the US Festival?
Who wasn't?
Okay.
It was 3 days.
Fine.
It was in California. They had a day where it was like, it was Squeeze, the English Beat, the Clash, David Bowie. They had the Metal Day.
Okay.
They had the Pop Day. The US Festival was, what's his name? The Apple guy, Steve Wozniak's brainchild.
Oh,
it was,
really?
It was so big.
Okay.
The US Festival, Van Halen was the highest paid band ever for a one-set festival appearance at the time.
Jeez.
Oh, the US Festival was like everybody that it was just that thing of like, if I were cool and lived in California, that's where I'd go. Anyway, Kurt saw the US Festival. Hot as Hades. Ozzy kicked ass. Greatest adventure of my life at 17 years old. I met Randy Rhoads' mom, Dolores. Yeah.
Of course you did.
Man, that's
You're at
pretty
the US
great.
Festival. Police, Tom Petty, Fleetwood Mac, Santana, Jackson Brown, The Cars, Talking Heads, Ramones, Grateful Dead, Pat Benatar. Just a few that came off the top of my head.
That's like one day of three. It was truly phenomenal. So that's a pretty great one. Ryan wrote in New Year's Evil. 1999, Black Sabbath reunion tour in Phoenix on New Year's Eve. Holy crap.
That's how you start a new year.
Now, wait, is that 99 to 2000 or is it 98 to 99? Because if it's Y2K night and you're watching a Black Sabbath show, that would be fantastic.
I've got one here, a post. I didn't catch the name, but this is so great. I was at the Blizzard of Oz concert in 82, age 16, when the lights went out. I ran and got 7th row in front of Randy Rhoads 2 months before he died. I drove 11 kids in my mom's 1976 Chevy Malibu because I was the only one with a license, and it was 20 below that night. Great show for a 16-year-old, and back then Ozzy was still throwing out the pig guts, and some landed on him, so yeah. What a memory. That's unbelievable.
That was a magical time, wasn't it? You'd go to a concert and you'd say things like, I wonder if I'm going to get hit with pig guts.
Are you really at a concert in the 80s if you didn't have to take a tetanus shot before?
You were definitely walking the straight line if tetanus was not involved. Chuck texted an Ozzy concert July 86 at the old Met Stadium. 16 years old, second row center. Ozzy sweating and spitting all over the place. Permanent hearing damage for sure, but still one of my favorite memories.
Nice. Yeah, who cares? Well worth the hearing
or
damage.
as a cover band, as a metal band I saw once called it Daminant Permage. That's what they were called. I was like, that's pretty good right there. Yeah. It is definitely a new realm. Ozzy has slipped away from us.
The building.
Tomorrow, Thursday, the 24th.
Okay.
Couple things going on.
What? Okay.
My son turns 25.
Congratulations.
That's big.
He will be nowhere near the Twin Cities.
A whole quarter century.
He's in California.
Yeah.
But to celebrate, I thought, hey, let's go to Unmapped Brewing.
Hell yeah.
We going out there, the Gorman in the Morning crew, all of us, going to be at Unmapped Brewing in Minnetonka at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah. They're real jazzed about this. They posted online. They said that we're going to be there. Steve Gorman of Gorman in the Morning, former drummer for the Black Crowes, and
is he?
All-around legend.
Wow. They've been drinking a lot of Unmapped.
Well, they did ask me to put a little something together, so that's what I came up with.
Great.
Oh, okay, nice.
I was like, do they not know he's just a dude who eats too many pierogies?
Man, isn't that the truth? Is there such a thing?
No. Speaking of eats, you two can hammer a brat from time to time, yeah?
Sure, whatever.
Gerhard's Brats food truck going to be at Unmapped tomorrow while we're there. So, yeah, 5:30.
And also they're doing $2 off full pours of beer.
What?
So, done and done.
Wow. And bring your dog, too. Dog friendly, in and out.
Jeez. I don't know if we can think of any more reasons to come hang out with us.
Unmapped Brewing tomorrow, 5:30. Come on out, hang out, say hey. We'll look forward to seeing you there. Time for the last word. Who better than John Osbourne on a day like today?
Perfect. Yeah.
From Ozzy's song "Ordinary Man," here's a little bit of the lyric. I was unprepared for fame, then everybody knew my name. No more lonely nights, it's all for you. I've traveled many miles, I've seen tears and I've seen smiles. Just remember that it's all for you. Don't forget me as the colors fade. When the lights go down, it's just an empty stage. Yes, I've been a bad guy. I've been higher than the blue sky. And the truth is, I don't want to die an ordinary man. I made mama cry. Don't know why I'm still alive. The truth is, I don't want to die an ordinary man. Job well done, bud.
Yeah. Mission
accomplished. Will ever put you on the side of the ledger as ordinary man.
Yeah. Those lyrics almost sound like a manifesto that he lived out perfectly.
Pretty much. Ozzy. Godspeed, John Osbourne.
Yeah, absolutely.
What we have tomorrow on the show.
I would also say one of one.
Yeah.
Perk's a hell of a dude.
Yeah, Perk is coming in for a little rank you very much.
Yeah, we're gonna rank words to call someone that are actually clean.
Clean insults, I think.
Clean insults. Yeah. There you. Thank you for putting that in much more concise terms for me.
Wow, I immediately go to a Raising Arizona reference. I'm sure someone's right there with me. I'll share that one tomorrow.
Sounds good.
But what's coming up right here today next, Fletcher?
You know what? Just after 10 o'clock, get into a song from one of our birthday boys going on today. Also got Pixies tickets, Rock the Boat 80s cruise passes, and continue to keep Ozzy in our thoughts, and we'll throw in some extra Ozzy stuff here and there between 10 and 3.
That sounds like a plan. Keep it right here on Minnesota's 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.